All right, let's see if we can figure this out. We have a calculator, and it's a TI, and you're going to want to, the first thing you have to do is you're going to have to set y equals, I have to turn it on, y equals, I'm going to clear all this stuff, and I've got the square root of 7x in parentheses to the 0.5. You can use the square root button, it works the exact same way. And then x squared, x squared, x squared. And I'm going to hit graph. No, not a graph. Running through my mind. Okay, so these are the 2 points of intersection. So on a TI, we're going to hit second function. We're going to hit trace. And then we're going to ask it to find a point of intersection. And it says first curve. So I want to make sure my first curve is the right one by letting the trace handle it. Enter. That's first curve. That's the second curve right there, right? Yeah. Enter. Guess. Now here's a place where I can slide it over to one of the others. So I'm going to slide it over to the left-hand one. Hit enter. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. And it found one at 1.913, 1.913, and 3.663659. Okay, so that worked. Now I got to find the other one. To get the other one, I'm going to go and try it again because this is a TI and we love TIs. Second function, calc, intersection. Oh, please, please. This graph here is this one. This graph here is, in fact, that one. Where do I want to find it? I want to find it close to that spot there. So I'm going to go to the left of the 0, 0 spot, see if it'll find it now for me. No, because it's a rebel. It does not want to find that 0, 0 point. I don't know what to tell you. It's a TI. Good news is, worst case, let me see if I can blow this up a smidge so we can look at it better. Worst case, you could trace yourself and go left, 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 left. Where am I? Left, left, left. Oh, I'm way over. Too far left. Hold on. Come back the other way. All right. So 0, 0. And so let's try that. Let's try second function calc. Oops, I need a little bit higher of a calculator. Hold on, maybe my calculator just a smidge. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I gotta go all the way to the bottom of the calculator, sorry. Enter. Okay, so I'm on the point. For crying out loud, UTI. Enter, enter, enter. Hey, I found it there. Wow. All right, so that's how I found the first one. So I don't know if it's the first or second one that you're arguing with, so let's go find the second one. So now I'm going to go y equals, I'm going to clear that one. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to clear that one, I'm going to plunk in some new things. So I'm going to go 7x plus 2. And again, if you're thinking, oh, well, I didn't use the 0.5 button, raise power, that shouldn't matter. It should not matter at all. The square root button works just as well. I just don't trust it because I'm old school. And we all know that roots are wrong. So negative, I need a negative button. Negative 4x plus 4. Plus 4, bam. Enter, and here comes my third one, which is the y-axis. Now, what's the equation for the y-axis? Here's the problem. The equation for the y-axis is x equals 0, and your TI cannot do that graph. So now you're staring at this going, well, how do I do that? You're going to have to figure out another way to do that. I'll get to that in just a second. So let's first of all, let's make sure we can find the one that we're supposed to find. Being a TI, it's an adventure. Graph. All right, so the point of intersection between these two is right there, right? So let's go see if we can get it to find it for us. So second function, trace, intersection. First graph I'm interested in is that one. Second graph I'm interested in that one. Yes. Any place should work for a guess. And I found 0.438 and 2.25. That is not one of the answers down there. Well, all right. So good to know. So 0.4375 and 2.25. That is interesting. All right. I'm not 100% sure that's correct, but I will check that in just a moment. Now, our problem is this. We have a line going this way, and we do not have it. So I'm going to zoom this thing in, zoom in, so you get a better look. Enter. Come on. Error zooming. I love it. Zoom. Enter. Enter. There you go. All right. Now, all right, so that's my 2 points of intersection. I'm going to check my y equals, just make sure my graphs are correct to begin with. 7x plus 2. All right. All right. Graph again. All right, so that's my graph. All right, so now the problem is that I am not able to figure out where they cross this thing. So now I have to find it where it crosses the y-axis, correct? Because that's where that's what the question says, is y-axis, okay? So I need to find this point right there. How do I find that point right there? Well, what I'm going to do, I could do a couple. I could trace, and I could go, hey, there it is, 1.414. Okay, that's backwards. It should be 1.141. Ooh, look, both of those are wrong. 1.414. All right. Interesting. The other one's got to be way wrong because there's not even a comma between them. I don't know what happened there. That's a bad one. All right, and then, so the next thing is, well, how do I find the other one? So it's nice it landed there, but what if I didn't? I can't trace it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to second function calculation, and I'm going to ask for an intersection. And I want to know where it intersects with the, and I hit enter. Yes. Yes. And it says, oh, I did that wrong. Hold on. I totally lost my train of thought. I'll be back there. Does yours doesn't have intercepts. Oh, mine doesn't have intercepts. Okay, well, the roots would work. Bottom line is you're probably going to have to trace those. You're going to have to know in the case of a TI, I guess. It's lovely. Let me bring the window out. Let me zoom out. Zoom out. Boom. Boom. Enter. Go. So in order to find that point there, I might have to trace. Trace. Come on, trace the other guy. Oh, there it is. I'm tracing the other guy. All right. Let's trace the other guy. So there's tracing. So at 0, I'm at 4. Okay. And again, there's no way to do that because your equation, your calculator cannot handle x equals 0. Now, some of the more advanced TIs now can, but in general, I'd stay away from that because there's another problem in there. The way the processor works is a little strange, and it does some really strange things. Okay. So I agree with you. I have wrong answers for the second one. For the first one, I have right answers. And again, the only thing that's weird is in order to find those y-intercepts, you're going to have to use the tracing function. All right? All right. That should do it.